Well, I believe that there was an excellent level of sharing, I would say, especially in the first part of the project, which, as you know, was addressed to DPAs, and also during the drafting of the handbook with the help of the experts. So I believe that with the help of the coordinators, the conference calls that we had, the video conference calls that we had over the past few years, we really managed to exchange views in a meaningful way, and also we managed to take stock of the progress made, of the milestones that we had achieved. Of course, everybody provided cooperation to the extent it was possible for him or her, but on the whole, I would say that it was really an excellent level of cooperation and sharing. The outcomes of the projects in our country are basically those of having involved over 1,000 DPOs in the local seminars, as they are called. We also now have the handbook. The handbook has been translated into Italian, so now I have this very helpful manual that will be used by all the DPOs in the public sector, but also it will remain available for future use on our website, the website of our DPA, and we also expect that it can be enlarged, expanded based on future developments. There's also the platform with the webinars. We have over 30 webinars running on this platform, and there are hundreds, really almost 1,000 DPOs registered on this platform, which can profit from the training that is provided via these webinars. And again, we believe that these webinars can be used in future to raise awareness, to provide the training tools. So I think that these are good results as regards our country. We are reaching out to professionals in a very, I would say, user-oriented manner. This is just a starting point for future activities as well. And moreover, the idea of the project was that DPOs could use the webinars, the handbook, and all the training received internally in their own entities, public authorities, or whatever, in order to train staff, their collaborators, their colleagues. So, in a sense, this is just a starting point. So, I think it will be very helpful in future, and I believe that we, as partners with the project, have undertaken to keep the project going in future. So there will be sort of an agreement among us to continue working and developing the milestones of this project. I believe that, at least as regards Italy, the main issues are those that are also to be found in other member states, so they're not so different. We have an issue here with social media, so with raising awareness of the, let's say, opportunities and dangers that are provided by social media. And we also have an issue with big data and other developments that have, of course, to do with exploiting this huge amount of information that is available, so to say, on the web, but which must be, in a way, reconciled with the rights that, as you said, every individual enjoys in Europe and also elsewhere. We also believe that in Italy, this is most peculiar to Italy, there's a need for working more with the public sector. There's a cultural issue with the public sector. In particular, there's a need for bridging a sort of gap that still exists because there's a tendency towards a very bureaucratic and formal approach. This has been a feature of the implementation of the data protection law in the past years, and it's still part of the current let's say, picture, but things are changing. We have seen many public bodies that actually have managed to be very, I would say, productive and compliant, and also inventive in the way they implement the GDPR. And then perhaps there's a bigger issue that has to do with accountability. Accountability, as you know, is a big word here, and accountability is difficult to achieve, in particular if you have been used to a very formalistic and bureaucratic approach. So this is something where we are trying to make things happen. And finally, of course, there's the problem of resources. You need human resources and financial resources to do all this. and we are supposed to cope with all these issues, which is very difficult, of course. So maybe we need also perhaps, as they say, a multi-stakeholder approach. So there's a need to involve all the parties in this attempt, because we are, after all, at the end of the day, we're talking about human rights, and this is something that should be of interest to all of us, not just for the